types of cross elasticity of demand. So we are going to talk about the types of cross elasticity of demand. So the cross elasticity of demand, as I told you, this is the types of elasticity of demand. They represent the degree of responsiveness of change of demand of a commodity due to change of its price of its substitute. So there are different types of cross elasticity of demand. We have the positive or cross elasticity of demand, and we have the negative cross elasticity of demand, as well as the zero cross elasticity of demand. What is very much concerning about all these types of cross elasticity of demand? So it will be better now we have the brief analytics on what is a positive cross elasticity of demand. Under what is known as positive cross elasticity of demand, this is a type of cross elasticity of demand occurs to goods which are substitutes in nature. This is a type of cross elasticity of demand occurs to goods which are substitute in nature, and which a rise in the price of one leads to an increase in demand for another, and a decrease in the price of one leads to a decrease in demand for other goods. So this means that under positive cross elasticity of demand, it shows that it is called positive because when substitutes goods, when one of the goods that is substitute increases, it affects also another good to increase. And if it decreases, it affects another substitute goods to decrease. So its graph normally shows it is a positive related for the two goods, maybe coffee. We are here to present out the coffee and the quantity of coffee, as you can observe. So there is a positive relationship because any increases of substitute goods, its prices increases, it leads to an increase in price of another substitute goods. So when the price of coffee increases, its quantity of coffee also increases. We have also another type of cross elasticity of demand, that is negative cross elasticity of demand. So under what is known as negative cross elasticity of demand, this is a cross elasticity of demands of complementary goods, showing that a rise in the price of one good resulting in less being demanded for that good then causes the rest to be demanded of that good in the joint demand. This means that since negative cross elasticity relies on complementary goods, the goods which are actually reliable together, they actually consumed at the same manner. So any effect of change of price affects all both commodities. Example, a rise in the price of cars will cause a fall in the quantity demanded of cars and petrol as well. So this means that because of the increase of price of car, many people will fail to consume more additional cars, but also the inch of petrol, the oil, both of the quantity of oil will fall, as well the price of oil will be increasing. So there will be an inverse relationship between the price of cars and the quantity of petrol. So this is what actually represented under what is known as negative cross elasticity of demand. So the price of car, we have the left hand side, and we have the quantity of petrol. So any increase of price of car, so diagrammatical, as you can observe here in this figure, an increase in price of car lead to less demanded of cars and petrol, hence now a negative cross elasticity of demand that you observe over here. So this is what actually is observed under what is known as negative cross elasticity of demand. Without forgetting, we have another type of cross elasticity of demand, which is known as zero cross elasticity of demand. This is a cross elasticity between two goods which have no relationship at all. The goods which has no relationship at all. For example, crosses and cars. there is no relationship between cross and car. So any change in price of the other good, maybe other crosses or car, will not affecting each other. So any change in price of one of the commodities will not have a measurable effect upon the demand for the other commodities. For example, when the price of car increases, it will cause nothing on the effect on demand for crosses. So even when you try to sketch out the graph, you will see that it's a graph showing that there is no any relationship for the affection of demand. So the demand curve will be constantly going upward over there. So the price of car in the left hand side, that is 0, and Q1, that the quantity demanded for the cross, as you can observe. So this is how what is actually operating under the zero cross elasticity. Its name sound itself that it is zero, means that there is no relationship, there is no any effect on the changing of the due to change of any effects or due to changing of any price that affects the quantity demanded of a particular consumer. So it will be better way now we look on how we can sketch out the graph. So we have a simple graph like this. We have the price of car and we have the Q1 that represented at the x-axis, that the quantity demanded for cross and the price of car. So the demand curve is actually going upward, but also the price of T is actually going upward like that. That's assuming that there is no any effects for the change of price to affect quantity demanded, because the two commodities that are consumed by consumer has got no any relationship to each other. So that's why now our graph will appear in this form, as you can observe. So the graph will appear in that form.